Hey guys, Cynical here, and I just got back from my trip to the fucking digital world. And I have to say, compared to what it was back in 1999, yeah, the digital world is a vastly different place in 2020. No longer do we have the lush forests and nice sandy beaches with the friendly digital monsters. No, nowadays, it just contains sweaty nerds and overly too many forum posts from Reddit and different posts from 4chan. It's a Digimon reference. Sorry, I had to do that. My last social media post about 4.5 months ago was literally BRB off to the fucking digital world. No, this is not planned, but like I just can't help but kind of sit here and chuckle a little bit that my last final social media post for so long without any communication was BRB, I'm off to the digital world. God. Like, I know a few people are like, oh shit, this man really did go off to the fucking digital world. What's going on, guys? It's Cynical, and welcome back to another video. Gat dang on a Monday. It's been fucking... yeah, it's been a while. And goddamn, I'm here having to do another one of these. You guys know what these are. This is basically me sitting down in front of my computer saying, hey guys, I'm back. It's been a little while. But yeah, how you guys been? It's good to kind of be back. It's been a very long time, 4.5 months. This would probably have to go down. No, it is. Yeah, this is the longest hiatus that, of course, the channel has ever seen. And, not good. Not good! But yeah, no, I've been out of the loop in the swing of things for quite some time, and it's really disheartening for me, and has been really hard because of the fact that I was really aiming to make 2020 the year, a better year than what 2019 was. 2019, if you guys have been following me for sort of over the past 2 years, you guys will know that that year wasn't really too great. Although it was the release year of Kingdom Hearts 3, there was quite a lot of shit that ended up kind of just piling down in my life, and it meant that I just kind of had to step away for quite some time. The channel was sort of all over the place in 2019, although it wasn't overly too sporadic. And yeah, unfortunately 2020 has been just an absolute shit show. Now, not just including things to do with my personal life, but I mean just worldwide, like 2020. What are you doing? It's hilarious because so many people, including myself, went into this year saying, yeah, this is gonna be it, this is gonna be the year, we're gonna get on that grind, we're gonna put all that 2019 BS in the past. And then fucking Umbrella Research released the coronavirus, and yeah, any hopes of 2020 being bright and shiny and full of sparkles and ponies disintegrated within seconds. So yeah, throughout most of this year, we've all had to collectively deal with the goddamn coronavirus. My country ended up going into lockdown, I believe it was sometime in May, but we were only in lockdown for maybe like a month and a half. Then our levels started to kind of creep down, and actually as of right now, New Zealand is actually coronavirus free, which is fantastic. There are of course other areas of the world that are still dealing with the ongoing virus. All of my thoughts go out to any of you folks who are currently living in a country where the godforsaken virus is still roaming free. But you know, advice number one is wear your fucking masks. Then of course we had all the stuff to do with George Floyd, which was just absolutely utterly disgusting, and all of the shit that has recently come out to do with the gaming industry towards sexual misconduct in the Smash community, stuff going on with Ubisoft. I mean, yeah, this year has been bitter to put it lightly. A little bit sour too. But yeah, there have been different things in my life that have been going on that has just made it extremely hard for me to come to the computer and actually work, entertain you guys, and bring you enticing content. When I get into these swoops of basically depression, I honestly struggle to put on a persona, put on a facade, and just pretend like these things sort of gnawing away at me don't exist. And so what ends up happening is I literally become a recluse. Now, I don't feel bad for taking a break. I think it's really important to take breaks every so often. Not to the extent that I took it because of the fact that I was in a pretty miserable situation. But really more so, the thing that I honestly do feel bad about is my communication. And this is actually one thing that I did mention in my previous I'm back video, was that yeah, I'm gonna work on my communication. And while I was trying to, and I thought that I was improving, clearly not, because I went 4.5 months with basically no communication. Well, more so, it was like 3.5. I ended up actually acknowledging the Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory. Yes, we will talk about that, but the Melody of Memory announcement that happened midway through June, because I was thinking, shit, if I don't actually acknowledge the existence of a brand new Kingdom Hearts game, then get dang, you guys are actually gonna think that I'm fucking dead. So yeah, had to come out and say something about that just to acknowledge it, but at that time I was still not really feeling too well with myself. Things just weren't in a perfect straight line where I felt healthy enough with myself and well enough to actually come back to work, start talking about games, and getting up to all sorts of nonsense. There have been a few different changes. You guys will notice that the setup looks different. This is actually my previous setup. If you guys have been following me for a little while now, this will look pretty familiar to you guys. I have actually moved out of home. You guys know that halfway through last year I ended up moving back home, save a little bit of money and whatnot, but sort of some things have changed. I'm now living with Kayla, although of course I haven't worked in quite some time, so the financials are sort of on the... Everything that has been sort of going on in my life has led me to basically living back here. Ultimately, I am more happy when I am living out of home and when I am living with Kayla. It was really, really hard for those months of moving back home with the whole commuting thing. The living arrangement was taking quite a big toll on our relationship, and although that isn't really the major focal point as to why it's been such a shit year for me, it was without a doubt most certainly relative. This is cringe for me personally, but I have to do it because I feel like I do owe it to you guys, but I just feel as if I say this too often. But I really am sorry again. The communication thing is just such a huge thing that I need to work on. And please do understand that it's really not just the social media platforms or like my work here on YouTube or whatever, but the communication thing also stems into my personal life as well, where a lot of my friends haven't heard from me for quite some time, and even same with family members as well. It really is something that I need to work on as a person. Because ultimately, I don't like worrying people, but that's the exact thing I do with going on for so long with no communication whatsoever. People start coming up with all sorts of different theories and assumptions. Like, I came across quite a few interesting different ones over the span of these past few months. I mean, the digital world one was definitely one, but I don't blame people for coming up with that nonsense. But no, all sorts of crazy stuff. But I mean, it is my fault. I never came out and said, hey, I'm taking some time off. I'm backing off for a little while. Don't know when I'll be back, but I'm fine for the time being. This is what I'm gonna be doing. And going forward, that is just the exact thing I'm gonna do. If I ever do find myself in another situation where I'm not feeling okay with myself, where I am just down in the absolute dumps, rather than being an absolute recluse, just simply put out the post, dude. Because I know, I saw your guys' comments, I heard you. How hard is it to send out a tweet? It really fucking isn't hard. It's a few tippity-tap-tap-tipperoos, and then you press the enter key, and then you're done. But yeah, I'm so sorry, guys. Like, I really am. And to anyone that I honestly did worry, I'm so sorry. Anyway, let's chuck that shit down over there, put that in the gutter, put that somewhere else. There's a lot to talk about. There is so much to talk about. We've had a lot of different gaming events over the course of the past few months while I've been on my hiatus, and obviously the big one was most certainly the big PlayStation event that ended up happening. Now, because there is so much stuff, I'm gonna lightly touch on different things in this video, but I will have separate videos coming out to talk about all of the big different things. Within that PlayStation 5 event, of course, we got heaps of cool new game reveals like Project Athia, which is Square Enix's next new big IP. Hell yes, it's always really cool to see Square Enix always stepping out and doing different stuff. This is actually coming from the Luminos studios, so from the people who are actually working on Final Fantasy 15. Generally, the new IPs for Square, although while it is exciting to see when Square does actually reveal a new IP, because Square don't really have the best track record when it comes to successful new IPs. The two big ones that stick out to me that looked sort of interesting at first, but then turned out to be absolute dumpster fires were Left Alive, as well as The Quiet Man. I believe it was The Quiet Man? No, it's not The Quiet Man. That's a 1952 film. Wait, no, hold on. It is The Quiet Man. It's just, like, in order to find it, you actually need to type in Square Enix The Quiet Man. Otherwise, if you just type in Quiet Man, it comes up with the 1952 film. I mean, this is how buried this fucking game is. Square Enix don't want us to know it exists. But no, it's always exciting when Square do step out, do a new IP. I want to talk more about this at some point, but Project 8, yeah, definitely will be keeping my eye on. Obviously, the Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart announcement, we're not too sure if that'll be a launch title for PS5, but oh man, oh dude, you guys know me, massive Ratchet fan, and like, this is another thing too, I really wish I was live streaming a lot of these events. Unfortunately, due to the situation at hand, I didn't end up doing that, but there would have been some pretty fucking spicy reactions, boys, because we also got Crash Bandicoot 4, dude! Oh my god, too much goodness. Too much goodness! And to put some sprinkles on top, Square decided, hey, although you got Reminds this year and KH3 last year, I'm gonna give you a Melody of Memory. Yeah, I wasn't expecting another fully blown Kingdom Hearts game, although whether or not you want to call this a fully blown Kingdom Hearts game is really up in the air at this point, because it is a rhythm game, but wasn't expecting a console-based Kingdom Hearts game to be coming out this year, 2021 at the earliest, but here we are, we're getting Kingdom Hearts Theater Rhythm. Awesome, dude. No, I'm actually fucking really hyped for this because music is such a vital part of the Kingdom Hearts series. And with Square Enix actually turning the Final Fantasy games into a rhythm game, all the way back when for Nintendo 3DS with Final Fantasy That Rhythm, there were actually 2 releases for this. It was only inevitable that Kingdom Hearts at some stage would most likely receive the same treatment. This is looking juicier than That Rhythm as well. It looks a little bit more engaging, and of course the Kingdom Hearts music is just, it's incredible. I'm gonna be bumping out to this later on this year, and I can't wait to do content surrounding it. The other really cool thing about it too is it's coming out for Nintendo Switch as well, which was just another really fantastic thing to see. Whether or not this means more Kingdom Hearts titles at some stage will be coming to the Switch, who knows? But yeah, there's just a lot to talk about with the whole games industry and everything that's going on, and I just pretty much decided like the other day, alright dude, snap out of it. It's time to get busy. There's so much going on, you're missing out on so much. It's time to get those gears churning! Oh yeah, by the way, my hair still looks like an absolute mess. I haven't done anything with it. Look at this though! Look at this mushroom head. The final thing that I did want to mention is, although, yeah, I mentioned this last year again, it's turning into a meme. This is turning into a meme! But I did mention last year that I want to start focusing on just doing different content. And then of course I came around saying, no, I want to do different content, but I'm still going to do Kingdom Hearts. Honestly, moving forward with the channel has also been a major struggle of mine that I've just been going back and forward on because, you know, I want to do more game reviews. I want to play just more games in general and do different compilations and highlights on that. I want to do more gaming news in general. But whenever I want to take my channel in a direction, I always worry that ultimately I'm going to get stuck just kind of being funneled into one thing. Whereas I want to do so many other different things. Like I want to do the news, but then I also want to do some playthroughs, and I want to do some funny moments, but I want to do some memes and some random other shit, you know? So I've always just been so worried about it, and like if I do this, then my channel's gonna get known for this and that. And I've come to the conclusion, stop stressing, bro. Like, for fuck's sake, stop stressing about it. Just do it. Do what you get the kick out of. Do what is going to make you most involved in your work. Do what you enjoy the most. Stop worrying about numbers. Stop worrying about this, A, B, X, Y, Z. So going forward, yes, I am going to be doing some new content. I really am this time. But I'm not going to be cutting Kingdom Hearts out either. I'm just simply going to do the stuff that I really want to do and what makes me happy, what puts a smile on my face once I finally finished the work and uploaded it to that of YouTube. I'm just gonna do stuff that I enjoy. There are also 2 videos that I do owe to you guys. I don't know when these are going to be coming out, but they will be coming out this year. That is for sure. The very first one is the Kingdom Hearts 3 review. This I'm going to be prioritizing the utmost. Because Kingdom Hearts 3 came out last year, and I know there's still so many people that want to know my thoughts and opinions, although I have sort of given brief opinions on the game over on Twitch. I don't have a video out at all talking about it, which is just fucking crazy to me. So yeah, there is going to be a Kingdom Hearts 3 review coming out. At some point, it is going to be the complete 2020 review, where I talk about both the base game as well as the DLC. The second video is a Final Fantasy VII Remake review. I've fallen in love with this game. It's a really good time. And Tifa! For God's sakes, Tifa! But yeah, no, I need to get a Final Fantasy VII Remake review out because at this stage, it's probably my game of the year. I know we still have quite a few really awesome titles yet to come. Cyberpunk, Ghost of Tsushima, But at this stage, wow, my god, holy shit. Nomura, what are you... Banger last year with KH3. Final Fantasy... Okay. Alright. We get it. You make games. Because of the fact that I have covered the Final Fantasy VII Remake here and there since 2015, I think it's only appropriate that I also do a big fat review type of thing for that as well. And yes, you guys will be happy to know that I am still to this day blue-balling myself over not finishing the secret episode as well as Limit Cut. I'm still yet to obviously fight Xehanort. Obviously that's what we got up to last time, defeated Shion, so still yet to take on Get Dang, Xehanort, and Yuzora. I still don't know anything towards it, and it's just like last year. I mean, it took me up until like April to finish Kingdom Hearts 3, which is ridiculous. But I guess after a while, once you get used to just not playing, even though, yes, this is my favorite video game series of all time, and for a while there, it's just so painful, and I just want to play it so bad. I know how much it means to you guys to see sort of my first initial experiences of experiencing these really cool Kingdom Hearts moments for the first time. So I have held off. It is sort of been a little bit hard because there have been multiple moments where I've just sort of wanted to be like, you know, fuck, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it and just give my thoughts after. But I know how much you guys want to see me struggle and sweat in pain. So I have held off, and that is still going to be something that will obviously be happening over on Twitch. So that right there is the status quo, guys. That is literally everything that has pretty much been going on. I'm sorry I found myself in just another swoop. Life just kind of took course, and just a lot of stuff ended up happening over these past sort of 4 months where I just felt as if I couldn't bring myself to just really do anything, really, to be honest with you guys, just to do anything. It was just an absolute struggle. But yeah, we are back. There's so much to talk about. I think the first video I'm going to be getting out will definitely be talking more so about Melody of Memory, as that's kind of the major thing that I need to talk about, as it's been a month now. You should probably talk about it. Guys, I've been Cynical. Hopefully you dudes are having a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys real soon. Peace.